Good afternoon. It's Dean from the Two Party Podcast. I just wanted to discuss a few things that we've got upcoming. We've got a lot going on in the studio. I'm trying to get a lot of things uploaded, a lot of content edited. Keeps me pretty busy when I have the time to do it. But most importantly, what I'd really like to hear from the audience is some topic suggestions. You can post those directly on our Facebook page. You can message me in Facebook off the Two Party Podcast page. You can go to Instagram. I'd love it if you guys go over there, like, subscribe, share our Instagram, Twitter, same thing. Go ahead and share that with everybody on your social media. What that does for us, I understand a lot of people are busy. It takes a few seconds, maybe a minute, to go ahead and, if you have these accounts, just go ahead and log in, do a search, find us. Share the show, share the podcast, link to our account, share it, post it, like it. We're not asking you, if you're busy and you don't have time to listen to the podcast, we understand. But we really would appreciate the marketing help and some of the support that way. That's kind of how we move forward with getting new and better guests and sponsors to help with the show. So that being said, that's one of the things we're trying to ask the audience to do. The other thing we're asking you guys to do is try to help us out. If there's anything you want to hear, a topic you want to hear discussed, if there's something that's on your mind that you just want to get an opinion from and hear it, whether from me or just me doing some research and bring up the topic on one of our episodes, please email me at twopartypodcast@gmail.com. You can do it that way. You can message me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Twitch. I'm on SoundCloud. You name the platform, and you'll probably find Two Party Podcast there. We're on iTunes, Apple Podcast. We're in the works right now negotiating for iHeart and Pandora, so we should be on those real soon. We had that up and running, and then we kind of backtracked a little bit on getting some of our content uploaded. So we're going to be on some of these major platforms, and what we're asking you to do is help us. This show's about you, the audience. This show's about the topics you want to hear. And then if you have, the next thing I really want to ask you guys to do is, besides what's most important is sharing and spreading the word about the show. Friends of mine, I know there's tons of my friends that are in support of, even quietly, just liking the page or liking a post, maybe if they don't even listen to it, but they know it's me. We grew up together. Look, man, I support everybody's success. I support everybody succeeding. I want to see everybody in life happy and succeeding. This is just a hobby of mine at this moment. It's something I enjoy doing. It's just something I have the opportunity to do. I'm asking for my friends to support that. I'm asking, just whatever you need in your business, I support that, and I want to see you succeed. So what I'm asking is, if you would like to be on the show, whether it's to discuss your business, discuss an idea, discuss a topic, discuss politics, beauty, fashion, fitness, sports, that's what I'm asking you to do. Is give me a call or just go ahead and reach out by email. Email is the best bet. My number is linked to everything. You can find my phone number, and it does go personally to me. So when you call the studio, you're going to get me immediately. But it is easier if you just email. It gives me an email record. I can put you in my contacts. And then when we're ready to record with you, what we do is we have software where we can literally send you a link. You call, you click that link, and it'll help you call right in. What we do is we record live remotely. We set that up through that link. You'll use that link. You'll call in, contact me. I will, if you're on a laptop or even on your phone, it works, but we appreciate you having headphones to keep the feedback down. But if you're in an area where you have a camera and a quiet room and a set of headphones, we can record. I can get you as a guest on the show, whether it's a quick 10-minute spot, or if you want to do a full show, I can do 30 minutes, an hour. I can record and edit that pretty quick and get it up usually the same day. It just depends on what you're wanting to talk about and how much time I have to be in the studio to handle it. So that being said, I can get your product, your business. It's free advertising. I don't. When you call in to be a guest, I'm not asking you to pay me. I'm not asking you to do anything for me other than be a guest on the show. Let's have a good conversation. Let's talk. That's key to the whole thing. I want to promote your business. I want to promote your ideas, your topics. I want to get them out there. I love to discuss and debate and look at different facts and different sides of things. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat. I don't care if you're black, white. It doesn't matter to me who you are or what you represent. Love to hear from you. So that's another thing I need is we're recording, and I've got booked up some guests that I'm continually building upon getting those recorded and getting those episodes up. But I'd like to have a little backlog. I'd like to have an opportunity or a choice to be able to record or call on a certain day. Maybe I'm slow and things are editing and it's not going fast. I can then go ahead and record another guest. So I like to have a little backlog. So if you'd like to be on the show, I'd love to get you booked. I'd love to talk with you. Those of you that know me personally as a friend, through church, through just growing up together, you know me, you know the stories, and this show's unfiltered. If you haven't spoke with me in years, let's talk. Give me a call, man. We can just have a random conversation over the podcast. Have some funny discussions about old times. You can bring up some memories. We'll talk about it, man. So that's part of it. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. This is just kind of real quick conversation about that. So I'd really love it if you guys would go to Two Party Podcast Instagram, Two Party Podcast Twitter, Two Party Podcast page on Facebook. Like, share those. Click on the links. If you haven't heard the show or you're just finding out about the show, click on some of the links. Some of the early stuff was me more experimenting with audio, trying to work this new, right now I'm using a different mic on my desktop. I think I mentioned this before. If you're familiar with the show, I have another microphone that's a professional microphone right here next to me I'm holding. That microphone, I've kind of leaned away from. It picks up a lot of sounds. I love using it for mixing and doing music stuff and more voice and vocal. But the microphone I'm using now is more stereo recording, and I kind of like the way it sounds, and it seems to be pretty good. We're working on getting more acoustic panels put up in the studio to take away some of this echo you're hearing in my voice. So some of the early episodes, they're not that great. It's more me talking, kind of just throwing topics out, playing around with some of the studio equipment, playing with the microphone, just getting used to the setup. But that being said, we're working on, we're getting new acoustic panels in here. We're getting new sound equipment. I'm changing out mixers. I've got all new software. I've got various types of software and different kinds I'm experimenting with. I'm steadily recording little music prompts, intros, promos, outros. Trying to get just some sound clips, original sound clips. I don't like using some of the dummy stuff or some of the, for lack of a better term, generic sound clips. I don't want to just take some, royalty-free stuff and just utilize it. I kind of like inventing my own and making my own sound. So I'm really working on a lot of that. It takes a lot of work to do something like this. Anybody can kind of grab a mic and talk, which is, obviously something I like to do, and I'm good at talk. So that's kind of why I do this as a hobby. So just to give you a little personal background more on me. I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. I felt it was time for me to use my voice and use some of my intellect to just kind of share with people. We are, again, via the audience, we have over 300 steady listeners outside of people we're asking to join now and people on the page. We have an actual analytics. We've got about 300 coming into the show right now that steadily listen every single episode. They pick it up, they listen, whether they listen for a minute or they listen to the whole show. So we've got 300 people that are consistently enjoying the show and enjoying what I like to call the growth of the show, the going through the puberty, let's call it, to get this show to a point where we're performing a little better. But at that point, I would hope to have everything dialed in better. More content, more guests, more quality content. So bear with us as we make these changes. Bear with me as I make adjustments. You're going to hear, stuff that's just nonsense here and there, that sometimes I'm just dabbling with stuff And sometimes I'm pretty serious about a topic or an issue that's in my head, and I just really want to talk about it. I'm encouraging you again, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook page, like, share, subscribe where you can. Speaking of subscribe, we are on iTunes. I know a lot of my friends are all on Apple. Please, if you have Apple, or you can download the Apple Podcast app, either one of those, you can find Two Party Podcast on those apps, on iTunes or on Apple Podcasts. Go there, subscribe, give us a review. Sometimes that can backfire for people, but give me a review, hit it up, 5-star, love you. That'd be great. That doesn't really do anything other than just kind of give a public performance when you review things like that, 5-star, 1-star. That doesn't, that gives me some feedback, but at the end of the day, that's not meaningful to me. What's meaningful to me is that you take the time to subscribe, you take the time to show support for me, to get this show where it needs to be. And most important, you can go to SoundCloud and subscribe and be a follower. Two Party Podcast is on there. Anchor, Soundtrap. I'm going to get my list out here. Probably should have done that ahead of time, but we are on, and I'm just going to run through this list, and it just seems extensive because it is, but we're heard globally. We're heard around the world. This is a hobby of mine, but it's not just local. This isn't just your basic, run of the mill. Okay, this guy got a hold of a microphone and started putting stuff on the internet. We're on a lot of platforms now, guys. Spotify, SoundCloud, you can find us. Like I said, go follow, subscribe, do what you got to do. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, Soundtrap. Those are just a couple offhand that we first started with. We're now on Pocket Casts. You can find us. We are on Google Podcasts. We're working on NPR One. Some of our links and our RSS feeds go through there, but they don't. For some reason, we're not getting picked up there yet. We're working on Amazon Alexa. It's a little different process getting that set up, where you can literally ask your Alexa to put on Two Party Podcast and you'll bring us up. We're working on that. Amazon has a little different way of doing their stuff. So then we're on Pocket Casts, Spotify. If any of these sound familiar to you and you have an account, just go to them. Just show some support, show some love. Again, Breaker, Castbox, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. We're working on Amazon. I already said Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer. We got Bandcamp, and Bandcamp's more for music, more like an album sale stuff. And I'm working on that. I'm actually adding content as each episode comes out. I'm recording them as a track. We're going to go ahead and set those tracks into an album that's going to be for sale. So, there's that, and CD Baby as well as another one for musicians that it's more musicians, but we're going to utilize that platform so that we can actually market and sell some of this stuff. It's great that I can do this and I can offer my time and discussion and help promote businesses and stuff like that. It's what this is all about, but it does take time. And in that aspect, eventually I'd like to be able to monetize on some of that. We do have some sponsors that are supporting me now. I'm very thankful for their support. If you want to be a sponsor, give me a call. We're working on promo packages right now for sponsorship packages. But we're on Bandcamp, CD Baby, Signal, SpinUp, Spin Trap. That's just a few, and then I've got a whole nother one here. The list goes on. Here we are. Where are we at? This is our normal list. You can find us on Patreon too. Patreon's another one that's more of a kind of helps you monetize, make some money. I mentioned iHeart and Pandora. We're in the works of getting that up and running. Some of the other ones maybe you'll find us on soon will be Alibaba, Apple Music, obviously. There's one called Savin, and some of these are not in the United States, okay? So bear with me as I read these off. Some of these you'll find when you do a search for us. Some of them are searches, some of them are just marketing tools. So you'll find us on Tencent, Yandex, Amazon Music. We're working on that. Boomplay. There's Clano Musica. That gives us more of a Latin platform, kind of Spanish platform to get our stuff heard over there. It helps us translate stuff. We're working on NetEase, Shazam, Tidal. There's KK Box, AMI. We're working with AMI Entertainment, trying to get that going. Sound Exchange. We're going to be in the future when we start selling some of this as albums and tracks. or episodes of the show to monetize. We're actually going to be selling through Sound Exchange, which is great. I grew up with Sound Exchange, didn't even know they still existed, just found out, love it. The process they have is great for helping artists, musicians, and or people like me just trying to get a hobby podcast up. Helps you with the copyright, helps you with all that stuff. They help get the money back to you as well, drop it in your account. It kind of simplifies things. A lot of people go to a record label. A lot of people get managers and do all this. Hey, I'm just doing this as a hobby, trying to get this off the ground. It saves me a little time, saves me a little money. And some of those, like Sound Exchange, kind of help me out. So a lot of people probably are up on this, way ahead of me on it. But here I am. I'm trying to help get this thing going, trying to make it a better show for you guys. So Two Party Podcast. We're hoping to be here to stay. I've got the website. I'm not the best at web design and stuff. I've got a template website up. So again, the website is the number 2partypodcast.com. So www.twopartypodcast.com, the number 2. The website, not that great, but it's a perfect landing spot. I'm trying to upload some videos as I do them. I'm not really working too much on videos right now because it takes so much time away from me editing and doing audio. So I'm uploading more of our tracks and episodes into the audio page, which is the listen page on the website. The landing page, where the home page that you get right when you come to the website, has some video at the bottom, but it's just kind of it's got a couple of episodes, but I haven't really messed with a lot of video. So bear with me again. The website's still in the works. I'd like to get some more images and pictures up. I'd love to have some feedback from people that want to help out and get this show moving forward or help us build up. If you want to give me some feedback on the website, things I can do to make it better, that's what I need. I need your feedback. I'd love to get that website more functional. To me, I know there's other websites you can go on the web and find them. They're just very functional, very easy to use, get you to where you got to go. And as far as having media, which is what we do, communication media, I'd love to have it where this website works a little better for you, as well as works a little better for me. I want to see it looking really good and functioning good. So anybody that has, can help with that, wants to help with that, help support that, I'm all on board. You want to help me out in any way getting this off the ground, let alone just being part of the show. Shoot, we'll give you a spot on the show, man. You can have a couple of days of the week. You can do some of the podcasting yourself. But that being said, I'm asking for your support, not just as my audience. I'm asking for your support, just basically getting the word out about Two Party Podcast. Share it, like it, subscribe where you can. If you have any of these accounts, you listen to if you're a big music fan like I am, you've got SoundCloud, you've got all these different Beatport and all these you've got them. Get into it, man. Twitch. There's so many places that I listen to music and I enjoy, and I listen to podcasts, and that's one of the reasons this kind of all came together. So help me out. Let's go ahead and show some support as just my audience, my friends. Just show some support. Go ahead and share this stuff, man. Like it. Again, the content's going to keep getting better. I've spoke with a couple politicians here. I've spoke with lady down in Sarasota, Lindsey Guns, great guest, discussing 2A and guns. And if any of my Florida friends down there need to get their certification for CWP, concealed weapons permits, they need to get trained. If you're somebody who wants, with everything crazy in the world going on, you just want to learn firearm training, you want to get your first gun, I recommend Lindsey Guns is who you need to reach out to. She's working on her website now, but you can reach her on Facebook. She has a page on Facebook, or if you need to contact me, I'll get you directly linked up with her. She could definitely use some clients and would love to have you guys and teach you the right way to use firearms as well as get you certified. That's something I know a lot of people are big on right now and getting into, and gun sales are going through the roof with all this craziness in our world. So I love to help my guests. That's my other thing, is promote and market. So just like I just did with her, I'd love to see people running over and starting to work with Lindsey, getting certified. Every guest that comes on my show, if you want to be a guest, come on my show. I want to support you and do the same thing. You're gonna get plugs. You're gonna get plugged in the show. Various episodes, I'll mention your name. Anytime something comes up where I can send someone to your type of business, I'll do it. It's not costing you a penny. Now you can go pay Facebook, Google, and everybody to run ads. You can do all your local ads and Craigslist and whatever you want to do. We're just taken off. We're not maybe obviously the biggest in the world, but you know what? We're reaching the world. So your business name, brand, and motto, or whatever it is you want to discuss, I can get that platform out there to people that you're probably not going to reach on your own, just doing some ads and paying money. So reach out to me if you want. If you want to be a guest on the show, I'd love to have you. That being said, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Again, Two Party Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, most all social media. I think I just started the Parler. Yeah, that's been the newest one politically. Parler is a good platform where you're not really as censored as everything else going on in the world. So hit me up on all of those. Again, you want to be a guest, I'll put you on the show. We can record 10 minutes. We can record an hour. If you want to talk about your business, if there's some new product or invention or idea you have, you want to talk about, let's talk about it. If there's something technical, electronics, a lot of people are into, stereos, and whether you're a musician, that's another one. I love music. I love music. So, and anyone that knows me knows I love listening to good music. If you're a musician, I want to help you. If you're coming off the ground, you don't know what to do, you just want your sound to be heard, give me a buzz, man. Give me a buzz, jump on the Two Party Podcast. Let's have an interview about you. We can even on air live as we record, you can play some tunes, or you can send me links that I can put directly in the episode description where you'll get our audience to listen to your music. It never hurts as a musician to gain. Right now, like I said, we have about 300 in our audience that currently listen to all episodes. So it wouldn't hurt if I was a musician and I could get an extra 300 people to hear my music. That's 300 people to hear your music. Can't hurt. No harm, no foul. So if you're a musician, you want to be on here, I welcome everybody to be on this show. I want it to be about you guys. So that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. I've probably just been rambling on a little more than I need to. You get the point. We're asking for your support. We're asking for you to show us some love. We're going to show it right back to you. When this thing gets going a little bigger, we get a bigger audience. And more sponsors. We're going to start doing giveaways. We're going to start doing all kinds of business promo stuff to help you out. You don't have to own a business. We can just help you out. We'll be doing giveaways and gift cards and all kinds of cool stuff. So just keep on board, keep listening. I'll keep you up to date through the Facebook page. Seems to be the most active. Our Instagram is blowing up. I think I'm almost at 400 right now. Got a lot of people reaching out on Instagram. So we appreciate it. We appreciate the support. Again, Facebook, Two Party Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, every social media you can like, share, subscribe to, SoundCloud, Anchor, all of them. Hit us up. Have a great day.